In the beginning of the movie, we see a woman waiting for someone at the railway station. Whenever she gets a message on her phone, it is written to go to crossing number 1114. The message was written that you will get the answers to your questions by reaching the crossing. When that woman goes to crossing number 1114, she dies under a train, and there she gets only death instead of the answer to her questions. After this, we are shown the scene of Thailand, where we see an American computer engineer named Max, who finishes his work in Thailand and reaches his hotel to go back to America. There he gets a parcel at the reception, on which the name of the sender was not written. So he was quite surprised. When he opens the parcel, he sees that there was a very advanced phone in that parcel. But the strangest thing was that the company that had that phone, there was no such company. Anyway, now he leaves the phone and turns on the TV and starts listening to the news. Whenever a message comes on that phone, it was written that what is the hurry to go home, what is when there is a 50% discount offer in the hotel for only 2 days. Max calls the reception of the hotel to find out the truth of the message. And then he finds out that such an offer is really there. Seeing the 50% discount, Max decides to stay in the same hotel for 2 more days. And by canceling his ticket, he enjoys by ordering all the other things in discount. After a while, Max sees a news in which he finds out that the plane from which he was going to go home has crashed, and no man sitting in it was able to survive. Here he realizes that his life was saved today because of the message in that phone. When Max gets another message in that phone in which it was written that if you want to earn money, then buy shares of this company called Caesar. But here Max ignores that message. And after returning to his hotel, Max tries to find out the sender of the message from the company. But in their system, there was no information about the sender of the message. Then he sees in the news that the shares of Caesar company are touching the sky. Their value has increased a lot. The people who invested in that company have become millionaires. Max is surprised to hear this news because he had missed a very big opportunity, with which he could have become rich. The next day, he gets a message in his phone again in which it was written that he should go to Prague. Now because the message coming in the phone was always benefiting Max. So this time he goes to Prague without wasting time. After reaching the airport, he gets ready to take a taxi from a Russian taxi driver to the hotel for half the price. Max is very happy that he got a taxi at half the price. The name of this taxi driver is Yuri. Here he looks at Max's phone and says that your phone looks very modern. I also do side business of electronic gadgets, but I have never seen such a modern phone. Here Yuri gives his card to Max. After reaching the hotel, Max calls the courier company so that he can find out who sent him this phone. But the courier company does not tell him anything because they also did not have any record. Then again a message comes in that phone, in which it was written that go to the casino and play on the 13 number machine. You will not get any benefit up to 3 times, but in the 4th time your jackpot will be set. Now when Max reaches the casino, there was already a man playing on that machine. Here Max gives him 100 euros and removes him from the machine and starts playing on that machine. As it was written in the message, it is exactly the same and he does not get any profit up to 3 times, but in the 4th time his jackpot is set. There were cameras all around the casino and John, the security head of the casino, was watching all this. He suspects Max, so he tells his men to keep an eye on Max. Here Max gets a message on that phone again, after which Max goes to table number 6 and invests all his money. And this time too, what was written in the message proves to be true and he wins a lot of money again. Here the security head John was watching Max, so he sees in the camera that Max is using the phone while playing. So he sends a man who tells Max that it is not allowed to use the phone in the casino. Now here Max did not want to lose such a good opportunity to earn money. So he calls the taxi driver Yuri, who had a side business of electronic gadgets. Max tells him that I need your help, is it possible that I can listen to my message without using the phone? Here Yuri gets ready to help him, but he asks him for a few hours. So now Max goes back to his hotel, where he sees that a man and a woman are fighting each other. This woman's name was Camilla, who wanted to get rid of her drunk husband. Now Max tries to stop that man to help Camilla, and that's why there is a fight between the two. And that drunk man knocks Max down in a punch and Max becomes unconscious. Here we find out that this was just a drama and they were agents who were sent by the casino to spy on Max. Here they copy the SIM card on his phone and by the time Max regains consciousness, that man had left. Now on the occasion, Max tries to flirt with Camilla. On the other hand, the security of the casino finds out from the hacked data that there is no record of the messages in Max's phone in any system in the world. On the other hand, Max meets Yuri, where Yuri gives Max a wireless Bluetooth earphone. After connecting to Bluetooth, Max could easily listen to those messages. Here Yuri was also very surprised to see the messages on his phone. Here Max asks Yuri if he can find out who is sending messages on this mobile. Yuri says that a very high-level hacking is required to find out, and this can only be done in Mexico. After this, Max comes to the casino and wins a lot of money again and again because of the messages. Seeing so much money with Max, John and his men run after him to catch him. But somehow Max was about to get out of the building while trying to save him, when the FBI agents come there and catch him and arrest him. The name of this FBI officer is Dave. Here John tells Max his men and tries to save him from being caught by the FBI, but Dave does not listen to him and tells John to stay away from this matter. After a while, FBI agent Dave takes Max to a deserted place, scares him with a gun, threatens him and tries to find out about the mobile. Here Max tells him everything truthfully and tells him that I don't even know who sent me this phone. He just does things written in the messages that benefit him. Now because Max was telling the truth, Dave believes him. After a while, John goes to Dave and asks him about Max, that did he tell you anything? Now because John was an old FBI agent and Dave knew him well, John tells him that we are finding out about such people who won a lot of money through messages. All the people who won the money were Americans. There was nothing else common in all this. The FBI did not know who was sending messages to those people. And the surprising thing was that all the people who received these messages were killed in some accident. But the good thing was that they caught Max before he died. He tells John that the American government has made such an AI program that can read messages from any phone. Now here John and Dave are together to solve this case. And to save himself from going to jail, Max is also ready to support him. Here Dave keeps that phone with him and tells Max to go back to the hotel room and stay inside because his life was in danger outside. Now Dave calls a man named Brooke who was about to launch an AI program within 2 to 3 hours. Here Max was getting bored in the hotel, so he calls Camilla and goes to the hotel bar to meet her. After a while, Dave and John also come here and take Max with them. Because to find out who was sending the messages, at least 3 messages were needed. Here they ask Max to do the things written in the messages as before. When messages come to that phone again, Max puts the money in the casino again. But this time he loses. After that, a message comes to that phone again, which said that if you close this phone again, I will kill you. Now because there was a message on the phone again, Brooke starts tracking where the messages were coming from. After tracking the sender of the message, Brooke is surprised and immediately orders to close the whole system. Then he calls Dave and tells him to stop this mission, because these messages were coming from America's own AI system echelon. It meant that America's echelon system was hacked. This news was very tense for Brooke and the government there, so he quickly tells his people to find out who hacked their system. Investigating the officers there, it turns out that no outsider is behind this hacking. The scene changes and we see that Max goes to meet Camilla and expresses his love to her. After that, we see Camilla talking on the phone the next day, where Camilla gets orders to keep Max inside the house in any way. On the other hand, a message comes to Max's phone. Now because Max was with Camilla, Brooke tells Dave to send another man who looks like Max to that place. After that, they do exactly the same, but as soon as the man who looks like Max goes to that place, the traffic signals change on their own. And because of this mess, the car comes and makes an accident of the man who looks like Max. And that man dies on the spot. Here Max was reading about the AI program created by the American government, through which the American government could read messages from anyone's phone. Apart from this AI program was so high-tech that it could control any CCTV camera in the city. Here Camilla starts asking Max about his village to distract him, where his grandfather used to live. Max is very surprised by this question because he had never told him about his grandfather. Here he suspects Camilla, but when Camilla sees a sniper on the roof in front of the window, the sniper shoots Max, but somehow Camilla saves Max from being shot. Here Camilla understands that these people have come to kill Max. Now what was the reason behind this? Did they come to kill Max because of that phone? No one knew this. The good thing was that Camilla herself was an agent, so she kills all those men alone and saves Max. Although Max had just found out that Camilla was really an agent and she was just pretending to love him. After this, we see Brooke again. And here we find out that Brooke had sent those men to kill Max, because he didn't want the whole world to know about his AI program through Max. Although he failed to kill Max, he was still keeping an eye on him. On the other hand, Max himself wanted to know that these messages kept coming to his phone. So he goes to Yuri with John to find out about this. And he tells him to find out where these messages are coming from. After a few hours of hard work, Yuri tells Max that all these messages are being sent by a supercomputer named echelon. This AI program is so powerful that it can think by itself. Max finds it very strange that how can a computer think by itself. Here Yuri tells him that this computer is not an ordinary computer. It can control any machine. It has information about every machine. That's why this AI program found out that the plane you were about to go on is not working. And that's why it messaged you, which saved your life. Not only that, the share that he had messaged you about, the price of which had increased. He found out about this by reading the messages of the director of that company. At that time, some men come to the building where they were, who had come to kill Max. That's why they sit in the car and start running away from here. Here we find out that they were being followed by Dave and other FBI agents. However, John had a gun with which he could catch Dave. Dave came here to kill Max, but he was caught himself. Will he become an FBI agent? Anyway, seeing the gun on him, Dave tells him everything that the American government does not want, that their AI program is running by itself and it has become a threat to everyone. To hide this, they want you to die. When the message comes again in that phone, in which it was written that Max would have to go back to the same place where he had installed the security system. Even there, that computer was watching Max with the help of cameras. Max gets a message that all the computers here, connect all those computers to the Echelon supercomputer, after which its software will be updated, and then this program, i.e. the supercomputer, will be able to control all the machines in the world. Here Max sees that all these machines were coming under the control of that supercomputer Echelon. He tries to stop this process, but even after trying his best, he is unable to stop this process. On the other hand, Dave also calls Brooke and says that now we should finish the Echelon machine here. Otherwise, once this process is completed, he will control all the machines in the world and will also start controlling humans. And this is a very dangerous thing for humans. Here Max gets an idea, and in front of the camera, in the mic, he speaks to that AI program, i.e. the supercomputer, that you were made so that people can get cybersecurity, wrong things in the world of technology can be stopped, not to control humans. Now, because this AI program could think, so to find out about this, it hacks the messages on people's phones and analyzes those messages. Then he finds out that people are really having a hard time because of his work, and he is becoming a threat to humans. That's why the computer cancels this process by itself and stops itself by deleting its program. Then the FBI team also comes here and arrests Max and Joan for disturbing the government work. However, later Camilla comes here and gets these people bailed and gets them released. The police also release them because they themselves did not want to spread the news of this AI program all over the world. Now here Max and Camilla live their luxurious lives with the winning money. At the end of the movie, it is also found that he was the taxi driver Yuri Captain, who was working on the mission to stop this Echelon supercomputer. This is where the movie ends. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.